All right. All right. I guess we are live. All right. That is really awesome. So, all right. All right. We have our first two viewers. Hello, Mr. Random Projects USA and Mr. Matata 131313. Hello. Hello, my friends, and welcome to my Friday live stream, my friends. All right. Just give me a moment while I'm informing everyone on Discord that I'm actually live. So let me write it because I'm using my mobile right now. Here we go. Here we go. At everyone. Yes. And yes, here we go. So how was your weekend, my friends? Hello, Mr. Audley. Hello, my friend. Oh, Mr. Audley says just came home from school. Hello, Mr. Tiago. Thank you so much for joining, my friend. So let's see announcements. Wow, it's been really long since I used this app here. So how was your weekend, guys? Just give me a moment. I'm sorry for inconvenience. Everyone, here we go, and send. All right, we are live. All right, let me check everything if everything is working as it should be. Let me hear my voice. Yeah, unfortunately, I've seen only 8 cars in the live stream submitting page, which was absolutely, you know, not really your usual, guys, because all right, I can hear myself because I always get like 10 or 20 cars sometimes. But anyway, I'm really excited because I got 8, 9 cars, something like this. So let's open them and see what we got. All right. So hello, Mr. Danielle. Hello, Mr. Marcus. Hello, Mr. Any name you wish. Yes, the voice is good. Thank you for noticing. Hello, Mr. Acid Green, Mr. The Geo Killer. All of you guys, thank you for joining. So let me make sure everything is working. All right, let's open the sandbox and see what we guys got. Hello, Mr. Atlas. Thank you for joining. Mr. Lorenzo, nice to see you again. Mr. Patata, also very nice to see you. Here we go, opening the sandbox. Ooh, the cars are not loaded. Wow, that is the what's happening. The cars are not loaded. All right, no, why not? Let me check the cars. Give me a moment. All right, we are back. Let's check if the cars are actually in or not. Let's see. Mr. Anyname says, "Wow." Anyname says, "What? I'm rocking a GTX 1070. Awesome." Let's see. Mr. Marcus says, "And let me tell you, it flies. Indeed, I bet." All right, guys. So let's check what we guys got. Here we go. The sandbox mode. Let's check what we guys have created and what you guys have sent me. All right, check it out, guys. We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 cars. Hello, Mr. Giovanni. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining. Mr. Random Project USA says, I got a 1066 gigabyte. Awesome. Not a bad card indeed. Yeah, that is actually a nice topic. What kind of GPU are you guys using? I'm really curious. Yeah. What kind of GPU are you guys using? Are you using a laptop or a desktop? I would love to know. Come on, guys, tell me. What is your device that you are using to play automation game, and what kind of GPU you guys are rocking? All right, let's hear about your crazy creations. Let's see. Mr. Atlas says, I have a notebook 1050 Ti. Not bad. Mr. Patata, the same thing, 1050 Ti. Let's see. Mr. Marcus says, got a new 2070 RTX desktop card since yesterday. Very nice, my friend. Enjoy it. Mr. Matata says, PC 1060 6GB. Oddly says AMD R2 4GB RAM. Not bad, actually. Mr. Marto Super what? 2060 from EVGA just got it. Acid Green NVIDIA GT640 budget one back in 2014. Hangs on but cries when running anything larger on BeamNG. Wow, you definitely need to upgrade, my friend. Mr. Anyname Wish says, I have a Lenovo Legion or something like this, Y530, fully loaded with a GTX 1070. Nice one indeed. Well, myself, I'm using a desktop actually. I'm not a laptop fan at all. I'm not really curious about the idea of a battery powered computer because even if you have the most powerful laptop on earth, you will always be limited by the battery. Yes, it's a nice thing to you can take it with you everywhere you go, but the battery will always fail. You need to replace it. The charger will always fail. You need to replace it. The screen may fail. You need to replace it. The keyboard also may fail. I mean, the hard drive may fail because I don't know if some people just drop it. But you know, I'm a desktop fan basically. Yeah, I'm using a custom actually built desktop. My PC is custom built. I built it actually myself. Let's see, I have a motherboard bought actually a cool fan, Mr. Tom Hanks. He actually bought me the motherboard because my old one got burned to the ground, as most of you already know on my Discord. So he bought me a new motherboard. I'm using a let's see, an Intel Core i7 7700K, 32 gigs DDR4 RAM. I'm using my old Maxwell GTX Titan X GPU. I mean, this is an old Titan X GPU, not the most modern one, no. I don't know, a 750 watts power supply. Let's say 2 SSDs, or no, three SSDs and 2 normal hard drives, and that's pretty much it. And a water cooler, many fans, and that's pretty much it. That's my PC that I'm using all the time for filming, editing, doing all kind of crazy things. Awesome. But I'm planning to upgrade to a 1080, yeah. I'm planning to upgrading to a 1080 GTX 1080 because it's more powerful. It consumes less, you know, I think power, and of course, it's more modern. It will give me more performance. That's why I'm planning to upgrade it. Yeah, to a 1080 or maybe 2080. I'm not sure yet. It depends on the budget, maybe. Anyway, guys, so let's all right, let's open all of your awesome cards and see what we guys got. So here you go. The first one, it's called the Avanti Genoclux 2020 is the production year, so it should be awesome. Let's see. So let's read some of your awesome comments. Mr. Anyname says had a PCP of 363, so I'm actually kind of surprised mine didn't get in. What do you mean the 363? You mean right now? This is not for the challenge, my friend. This is only live stream testing video. This is not for the. I'm not counting any PCP here. Mr. Marcus says my plan was a 280 RTX, but it was impossible for me. But I'm not complaining. Well, it's too expensive. I understand. A lot of people cannot afford that graphics card. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Mr. Audley says, looking for a new laptop today. Mr. A-Name says, oh, I was mistaken then. Don't worry, my friend. The testing video is not yet here. Don't worry about it. Mr. Lorenza says, I'm using a laptop with an i7 quad-core processor, GTX 980M. Oh, I know this GPU. I've seen it on many of my friends' laptops. 16 gigs of RAM. Indeed. Alright guys, so let's open the first one. Let's open the Avanti. Who created the Avanti? Let's see. Who created this thing? The Avanti. Here we go. Let's open it. I have an unlocked i5, not overclocked. The same here, Mr. Random Projects. I mean, a lot of people are actually laughing at me because I have an unlocked the Core i7 7700K with a water cooler. You know, they call it a water block, you know, or a water cooling system. You know, those are, you know, made by Corsair, and a lot of people are actually laughing at me for not overclocking it. Well, I tried once, and the system got really unstable. So yeah, I got back to the default, and yeah, I'm running yes, a water cooling system and an unlocked CPU, and with the stock frequency. Yeah, so a lot of people actually are laughing at me, but I only bought the water cooling system just to keep it cool, just to keep it safe, you know, from high temperatures, not to overclock. I'm not really a crazy overclocker here. All right, guys, so let's open it. Hello, Mr. Elliot. Thank you for joining. So let's see who created this awesome car. So what we have here is a 387 horsepower, 2.8 liter boxer 4. It's turbocharged, double wishbone rear, McPherson front. Let's see, McPherson struts. It's rear-wheel drive, carbon fiber. Wow, that's actually nice on paper. So let's see. Ooh, what is that? Who created this awesome sporty racing wagony looks? Amazing. Wow. Amazing. So who created this thing? I'm really curious. Look at that. I love the badging, AVT. The headlights, not bad, but not perfect as well. It looks too sporty for a wagon. I mean, too racingy. I mean, there are a lot of racing inspired things going on, like the massive rear diffuser, the massive rear wing, the massive front flip, and only 387 horsepower. So it's not bad. All right, guys. So let's see. Under the hood, or under the chassis, under the body, we have a carbon fiber body, monocoque chassis, carbon fiber, also rear engine, longitudinal. Wow, not bad at all. Amazing. McPherson double plus 15 quality. Oh my goodness, plus 15 quality. I mean, wow, the engine is just too laggy. What in God's name is happening here, guys? Check it out. Let's see, like plus 15 quality everything. I mean, I'm sorry to say this, but when you have a plus 15 quality engine, I'm expecting more than this. First of all, the horsepower is not too much. Also, this curve here is not really consistent. It's not really efficient at all. No, because the turbo will kick in very, very late, and then you will end up you will just run out of revs, and you have to repeat the lag journey again. Anyway, let's fire it up and see what we guys have. Unfortunately, yeah, Mr. Atlas, unfortunately. So let's fire it up. Here we go. I mean, it's really quiet because, of course, plus 15 quality exhaust. Well, this thing sounds like a normal Boxer 4, like a really basic Boxer 4. It's not really sporty, it's not really worth all this money and all this engineering time. Look at that, it cost nearly $11,000, and yeah, I mean, look at the engineering time. This is too much, my friend. I genuinely apologize if I'm offending the creator of this car, but this car is not really worth this much expensive parts. Rear-wheel drive, dual clutch, 6-speed, plus 15 quality again. Sport, plus 15 quality again. Let's see. Let's check out the brakes. 06. I mean, when I'm expecting the most or the best brakes on Earth, when I'm expecting to see the best brakes on Earth, plus 15 quality, I'm expecting to see no brake fading at all, like 0.0, not 0.6. So yeah, I'm sorry, but my friend, this is not worth all this money. I mean, no offense to the creator of it. I would love if you can just create something better. If you want to keep the same body, if you want to keep the same car, I suggest a better engine, better gearbox, and much less quality. Unless of course you want to submit this thing for the challenge, then I mean, I'm sorry, even for the challenge, this is not a supercar. I've asked for a supercar, not a family wagon with a 300 horsepower engine that cost let's see how much. Oh my goodness, how much this thing cost? Oh my god, that's it. What, 1.8 million, or what is that? $18 million. Oh my goodness, $18 million. Oh, $18 million, my friends. $18 million for a 300 horsepower four-door wagon. What in God's name is that? Yeah, I mean, when I want when I will when I'm expecting to pay this much money, I'm expecting a very massive top speed or a very powerful engine, breathtaking looks, something from out of space. $18 million. I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry for the creator of this car, but I'm sorry, my friend. This thing is not worth it. This thing is not worth the money. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, welcome back, Mr. Random Projects. Could buy a few. Yeah, you can buy those. Yeah, yeah, Mr. Any name you wish. Yeah. But let's see if this thing actually drives nicely. Let's not judge a book by its cover. I mean, yes, this thing cost $18 million, but let's see. Let's just see how this thing actually performs in BeamNG. It's gonna be really, really exciting. I mean, can you imagine buying this thing? How can you advertise this thing? Wanted a rich investor to buy our tuned four-door wagon. Wow. All right, so let's move on with the next one. Can't buy a 250 GTO though. Really? How much a 250 GTO Ferrari cost these days? How much does that thing cost these days? All right. The next one is called the BMW E36 1995 325 turbo drift. So basically, this is a drift car, and being a BMW E36, I think this thing is gonna be, of course, rear-wheel drive. So let's open it. I think they cost about 20 million or more. My goodness, 40 million. All right. So this is a car from 1995, 310-ish horsepower. 2.5 liter inline 6. It's turbocharged. It's rear-wheel drive, of course. Semi-trailing arms on the rear, double wishbone front. Very, very basic. And now, of course, let's check out the styling. Here we go. All right. So this thing may look like. So yes, it does look like a little bit like a BMW-ish from the front. We have no bumper at all, and we have an intercooler, which is a very awesome touch. Yeah, a very, very nice touch indeed. Yeah, very cool touch. Let's see, we have massive front camber, as you can see. Look at the camber up front. Yeah, it looks absolutely like a drift car indeed. And it's a two-door. Check out the holes on the rear bumper to save weight. Single exhaust. If this thing shoots flames, it will be very, very perfect. So it's not bad, really. Let's check out the... Alright, so we have basic chassis, basic suspension. Now the engine, inline 6, cast iron, double overhead camshaft, 4 valves, not bad. We have forged internals, very nice. Nice tuning, cheap camshafts, not bad. The turbo is very nice. Alright, multi-point, not bad at all actually. Plus 14 quality on the exhaust. The exhaust is somewhat actually quiet for a straight pipe car. Not bad. Let's fire it up. Let's fire it up. The turbo maybe tiny, Mr. Atlas, but it's functional. As you can see, the turbo kicks in at 2600 RPM, so it's actually functional. It's not just for showing off. Yeah. Here we go. Let's see. We have rear-wheel drive, manual, 5-speed, not bad. 260 horsepower, estimated top speed, very nice. Manual locker, of course, being a drift car and automation game. Medium compound tires, alloy rims. Let's see, ventilated brakes. Not bad. Look at that. This thing has less brake fading than an $80 million car. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. Aerodynamics, not functional, but we have a nice cooling airflow for the engine. Nice brake airflow. Two seats, very cheap. Hydraulic, no ABS. Plus 15 quality on the safety, although it's actually none, but it's plus 15 quality. Regular-ish suspension. And this thing cost, let's say, 148,000. $148,000. A little bit expensive, I have to say. I mean, if this thing was if this thing costed around like $14,000, yes, I would actually say it's real. But $148,000 in 1995, this is actually an expensive car. This is not cheap at all. What? Oh my God. Mr. Samasarker says, will you buy Audi R8? Yes, yes. Can you imagine going to the Audi dealership, exchanging my Crown Vic, trade in my Crown Vic for an Audi R8? Can you imagine doing a video like this on YouTube? Absolutely funny. All right. I mean, it's yes. Why not? I mean, it's a dream, yes, and I really would love to buy an R8 maybe in the future. Maybe what if I can afford it? But yeah, nowadays, no, no, unfortunately. All right, so let's see. So far, this thing is really not bad at all. But let's see. Let's export it and see if this thing actually is a drift car. Yeah, I would expect that, Mr. Matata. Yeah, a roll cage, racing harness, plus 15 quality. But I mean, if you want to put nice safety, you can go basic safety. What is your favorite V10 in real life? Probably the well. It's funny actually because in the past, in the past, I used to love the BMW M5, the one with the V10, not the V8, the one with the V10. I used to love that car until I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube about people complaining about the engine. That's actually it's not really that reliable. That's why it's not really my favorite one, but currently my favorite one, of course, is the Lexus LFA. Yes, yes, any name you wish. Yes, that's correct. The Lexus LFA is the best, I think, V10 ever because it's the most reliable one, and it sounds like it. I mean, like it sounds like it was came down from heaven, because it's an absolutely a masterpiece. Really, that engine. Yeah, so it's absolutely amazing. It's no, it's actually reliable, my friend. If you actually search a lot of people on YouTube, it's actually solid. It's actually very solid, a solid engine. So it's really awesome. But if I want to choose another V10 that I really like, well, it will probably be the Audi R8 V10, the V10 Plus. I think I love that thing because that thing looks very sick and it's really awesome. So that is another thing. And talking about the Audi R8 V10 engine, let's go also to the Lamborghini Huracan also, and the Lamborghini Gallardo. Those two has the same V10 engine from the R8, but it's really awesome. I also love that V10 also. All right, all right, but unfortunately, I used to love the BMW M5 V10 one, but that thing is super unreliable. It will blow up at the end because the crankshaft bearings are very rubbish. Also, you have the Vanos system which will go bad immediately. So yeah, it's not going to be super reliable unless of course a lot of people actually will buy those cars, those BMW M5s, and then they will take the engine apart, fix those problems, and then the engine will be super reliable. The Viper V10. Well, the Viper V10, that 8.4 or 8.3 liter V10. I mean, I love the noise of it, but it's really large. I mean, the displacement is really large, and the horsepower is not really what you call. I mean, if you call the horsepower per liter, the horsepower per liter, rate, it's not really good when it comes to the displacement, the massive displacement. I mean, I'm not really sure how much horsepower they got on the latest Viper. Maybe 600, maybe 650, something like this. Maybe, it's not really enough for an 8.4 liter engine. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna stick with the LFA and the Audi V10 engine, because the displacement is actually nicely for the horsepower. All right, guys. So let's see. Let's move on with the next thing. I forgot. So, guys. I'm sorry. I was talking about the V10 engine. I forgot. Did I export the BMW E36? Guys, I forgot. Could you please remind me? Did I actually export the BMW? Did I press the export button or not? Could you guys remind me? I did export it or not? All right, thank you guys. I appreciate it. All right, thank you. So apparently we did. So let's move on. So the next thing, it's called the BRD Dart. Here we go. The engine that I was talking about. Here we go. V10 TDI. Supposed to be from VW, right? TDI, turbo diesel injection, I think. Or what is that? Turbo diesel. I think turbo diesel injection. Wow, for a moment I thought it was the Audi V10, but turned out this is actually maybe turbo diesel injection. 13.2. All right, let's see. Let's see. No. This is not the Audi V10. Apparently, no. This is a 13.1 liter. Goodness, 13.1 liter V10 turbocharged. It goes 1,310 horsepower. So I think 10 horsepower per what? 10 horsepower per liter, or what? 100 horsepower per liter. Anyway, so I think 100 horsepower per liter maybe. So as you can see, all-wheel drive, turbocharged, push rod, sequential gearbox. So it's not bad. Let's see. It's your creation, Mr. Atlas. All right. Let's go easy on Mr. Atlas for a little bit. Here we go. I've seen pictures of this car on Discord. Yes, I've seen pictures of this car. Someone actually sent me pictures of this muscle car on Discord, claiming he wants actually to. Yes. 1.9 TDI Skoda. Yeah. So yes, look at that. We have a basic V10. Check it out. Overhead valve, twin turbocharged. We have maybe DFI. I think yes, DFI. Wow, very basic. All-wheel drive. It's a two-door muscle car. Very basic. Not much to talk about really. So yes, maybe it looks a little bit close to the Dart. Yeah, I guess so. Carbon fiber everything. Front longitudinal. All right. Here's the engine. All right, look at that. Massive. The maximum bore. 116.4 stroke. Amazing push rod, 2 valves. All right, not bad. 10.0 to 1 compression ratio, 47 on the cam profile, VVT. Wow, that's actually a mid-sized turbo for this engine. It's not really super large. So much boost going in. Not bad at all. It's a torque monster, really. Yeah, torque monster indeed. All right, let's fire it up. V10 time indeed. Here we go. We have 4,500 is the maximum RPM. So let's see. Wow, indeed. My headphones, I mean, my ears are bleeding. This thing idles so loud, and when the turbos kick in, well, this thing just screams. Although this thing revs really, really slow, but this thing actually is a screamer, a very, very hardcore screamer engine. The turbo is actually not bad at all. It actually kicks in very, very early. Amazing. Wow. Yes, yes, Mr. Marcus, indeed, this thing consumes so much, of course, oxygen. Can you imagine this testing room? Look at that. The door is open to let oxygen in because this thing consumes so much oxygen. Absolutely crazy. This thing weighs 331 kilograms. This thing is a very, very fat engine. Although it was made from magnesium, so it's actually light. All right. Let's see how this thing works. We have sequential gearbox, 6-speed, 2.8 seconds from 0 to 100. Very awesome. Look at that. It's actually beautiful. Beautifully tuned. Semi-stick tires. It's a little bit understeery, I'll have to say. But being a super powerful engine, who knows? Maybe this thing will actually fly. Look at that. The brakes, everything works. Oh, look at the cooling airflow. The engine is getting cooled down so hard. It will never overheat. Very nice touch. Very, very nice. Wow, very nice. Look at that. It's actually cheaper than the previous car. It's cheaper. I love it. I mean, look at that. Look at that. $121,000. It's cheaper than both previous cars, and it's more powerful. It's super more torquey. It has a super massive engine under the hood. Sequential gearbox, super fast top speed, super fast acceleration, and it's cheaper. And look at that. I love it. How much horsepower? 1,310 horsepower. Yes, 1,310, and it's cheaper than both previous cars. And it can do 4.5 mpg. So it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Look at that. Amazing. 292 kilometers is the top speed. 2.8 seconds from 0 to 100. Look at the G meter. It's actually very cool. We have some active aerodynamics on the car, but it's really not bad. Quarter mile in 10 seconds. That means in BeamNG you can actually get it to the 9 or maybe 8 seconds. Very cool. All right, let's export it. Nice work, my friend. Indeed. Sell this car to an Opala guys here in Brazil, and it will sell like water in the desert. Yeah. Amazing. Nice work, Mr. Atlas. I have to say, nice work indeed. Here we go. Economical boy. Yes, guys. I know. We created maybe better engines than this. Maybe we created something more crazy than this. But remember, this thing is push rod. This thing is running with a push rod engine, and it's a 13-liter engine, 1,300 horsepower. So it's if you look at it, it's really actually not bad. Because remember, push rod or overhead valve system. It's old school, turbocharged. The turbos are not really massive. 4,500 RPM. It's not bad at all. So I have to say, it's actually very, very cool, and it's cheap. It's actually the value is actually very nice. So it's not bad. So the value is actually not bad at all, my friend. Nice work. All right, let's move on with the next beast. So the next car here. Let's see. Yes, that's correct, Mr. Wheeler. Yes, you got 2,000 horsepower, but a higher RPM, and it's a V12. So yeah, I mean, kudos to Mr. Atlas. Nice creation. Mr. Tyler Antrim says, what about an inline-3 engine in a pickup truck? Well, it can work. It's not bad, Mr. Tyler. You can do that actually. If it's nicely sized, like let's say 1.5 liter, maybe 2 liter inline-3, turbocharged, very light pickup truck, rear-wheel drive. It will actually be nice. It will not be bad. So yes, it will work actually. So the next car is called the Olympian SLS 2015 model. It says sedan E40 TDI, also turbocharged turbo diesel injection. A lot of people are actually into diesels in animation games, surprisingly. Although there are no diesels in animation games, but let's see. Hello everyone. Let's see. Hello, Mr. Bondiba. Hello, Mr. Bondiba. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining. All right, let's open this Torquay Beast and see what we have. Yeah, alphabetical order indeed. All right, guys. So let's see. The first thing we can see here is 400 horsepower, so it's not bad. 4-liter V8. It's turbocharged, all-wheel drive, double wishbone, multi-link, dual clutch, 7-speed. It's actually a nice car on paper so far. Yeah, diesel engines are cool. I actually love to drive diesel engines. I mean, this is not my daily driver because my daily driver is a Crown Vic, a Ford Crown Vic, but I drove for a really long time a 2005 Isuzu D-Max pickup. It's not a full-size pickup truck like those F-150s and Silverados. No. I'm talking about they call it mini trucks, I think, mini trucks, or a mini pickup with an inline 4 diesel turbo engine. Yes, it's actually brilliant. I mean, I love it. And that turbo diesel, that turbo, when it spools, you can actually hear it. So it's really awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I drove that thing for a really long time, and I've actually learned to drive a manual gearbox in real life on that pickup, on that diesel pickup. I've learned to drive manual on that same pickup. So I own it to that pickup for teaching me how to drive manual, and of course I enjoyed it so much, really, because it's super torquey and that turbo noise, it's just brilliant. Yeah, so yes, I love diesels. They are not bad at all. All right, so let's check out this awesome car here. Here we go. Yes, we have the star, the 3-spoke star. Yep. We have a nicely looking Mercedes-Benz with a TDI engine. Surprisingly, look at that. So I think the creator of this thing, yes, it's a Mercedes from the front. E40 is the model name, or the engine model name, and then we have the TDI. So it's like Mercedes car, BMW engine code, and then TDI from Audi. All three in the same vehicle. Amazing. Look at that. I like it. Actually, not bad. I mean, the taillights are not impressive, but so far, it's actually a nice looking car. I love it. Combining all three things in all three, super German car manufacturers in one creations. I kind of like it. Hello, Mr. Morgs. Hello, my friend. Thank you for joining. Mr. Ranger says E40 stands for 4-liter V8, TDI stands for turbo direct injection. Not bad. Turbo direct injection. The rear look, yes, unfortunately, yeah, the rear end looks sad a little bit, unfortunately. Yeah, the tail lights I'm not really a fan of, but it's not bad. Let's say sequential gearbox, in my opinion, is way better than DPK because you can use clutch like a normal manual. Well, on first gear, I think you can use, in a sequential gearbox, I think only on first gear you can use the clutch, and then you need to shift it using the paddles, I think, or using the the sequential shifter in the middle, I think. Yeah, you don't have to use the clutch on every gear, only on the first gear. So it's like a manual, but it's not like a manual at the same time. So it's like combining the manual and the dual clutch in the same gearbox. All right. So let's see. Aluminium body, monocoque chassis, light HS steel, very cool. Front long visual, double wishbone multi-link, +4. And here's the beating heart of this beast. It's a 4-liter V8, aluminium double overhead camshaft. We have VVL. All right, forged internals, +5 quality, I think, on everything. 10.5 to 1. This is not great. No, this is not great at all. The VVL and the cam profile, they are very close from each other, which makes the whole idea of using a VVL system is basically pointless, because the whole idea of using a VVL system is having a regular camshaft on normal slow driving, and then when you put your foot down and the RPM start rising, you will engage the sporty VVL profile. So yes, if you want to use the 40 on the cam profile, it's not bad. You can use it, but on the VVL, this thing needs to be 65, 70 maybe. Look at, 59 maybe at least, but not 44. This is too close, which makes the whole idea of a VVL is basically pointless. VVT, not bad. All right, turbocharger, not bad-ish. Direct injection, twin throttles, performance premium. All right, all right, all right. All right, let's fire up this awesome little beast. 400 horsepower, 430 pound-feet of torque. It's not bad. It's actually super reliable, being a German engine, which is really awesome. It's fairly heavy. It's not bad. It's quiet. It's super smooth, surprisingly. It's responsive. Not bad. Let's fire it up. Sounds very refined. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad indeed. Wow, I actually had to use my mobile to read your chats because for the same reason, I don't know, the window always stops working in automation games, so I had to open my mobile to continue reading your live chat. It's all right. It's all right. So let's read some of your awesome comments. Let's see. Wow, when was the last comment? Ah, here we go. Mr. Luca says, VTech boy. Mr. Bundiba says, yes, we don't need to use clutch at shifting, but when you want to do some drifting, you just hit the clutch and there you are. Really? Wow, that's a new information. USA have a lot of diesel engines. Yes, they have the Duramax and I don't know, a lot of crazy engines, the 7.3 Ford, the Power Stroke, and I don't know, a lot of crazy diesel engines. The Cummins diesel comes to mind. The Cummins diesel engine is one of the most famous engines over there. Mr. Merlin says, finally joined. I was in CS game, very nice. But my car went past already. The drift BMW expensive stuff. Yeah, you are the creator of the BMW, expensive BMW. All right. Mr. Moot says he meant, are there any diesels, powered sedans, and wagons? I don't know. I don't know that. You need to ask some people in the US. All right, here we go, guys. So let's see. Let's move on. The engine is actually a very nice thing, except for the VVL profile. We have dual clutch, all-wheel drive, 3.9 seconds, and that is, wow, that is a lot of overdrive. Too much over. Look at that. So we have 7-speed, and check it out. We have an overdrive on the 6th gear. So basically 7th gear is just, to save fuel. It's not really for any top speed performance at all. Electric diff, medium compound tires, not bad for the brakes, not bad really for the aerodynamics. 4 seats premium. All right, active comfort. Now this is expensive. Let's check out the car price. This thing costs $159,000. Wow, that is expensive. 28 mpg, $159,000 for a 400 horsepower twin turbocharged car. I don't know. I will leave the price for you to judge, my friends. I will leave it to you to judge. $159,000. All right, let's export it. Mr. Luca, all 3 in 1. Yeah, so far, Mr. Atlas, yeah. Let's see, Mr. Marcus says, which doesn't make much sense here in Brazil since we don't tend to have electrics, or you mean electricity that much around here? You mean like that? Mr. Mood says, I like Audi's TTRS with the turbo inline 5. Yeah. I was walking with my friends, Mr. Random Projects, the other day, and a V12 Maybach drove by. Wow. Amazing. All right. All right, indeed. Go. All right, here we go. Let's continue. We finished from the BMW, finished from the Olympian, which was the 2015 model thing, and now, of course, let's move on with the Pythagoras, Pythagoras, I think, HD250, V12 fire breather, 5.5 overhead valve V12. Wow. All right, nice names indeed. Really? Mr. Lucas said, I live next to the McLaren Technology Center and I saw the Speedtail prototype. Wow. I wish you could take some pictures. It would be really awesome. Mr. Marcus says, never saw a Tesla rolling around here. Saw some Renaults or Renaults. Let's see, but Tesla is unheard around here. Same here, Mr. Marcus. We don't have Teslas in Saudi Arabia. Yes, let's see. Mr. Mood says because the crankshaft will be too long and it will snap itself in half. Maybe. Let's say 0.5 sportness. Yeah. All right. So we have 200 horsepower, 5.5 liter V12. Wow, that's actually large. Mechanical fuel injection. Oh, it's 1972. Oh, all right. Now I understand why this thing is like that. So 1972 V12 5.5 liter 200 horsepower rear wheel drive. All right, let's see. Ooh, not bad. Not bad actually. I mean, I'll have to say the engine compartment looks very short. I mean, really, for a V12, this thing looks short, but it's actually not bad. It looks like a 1972 pickup. Too boxy and too tough. Indeed. Let's see. Check out the V12. Actually, the V12 looks actually compact. It's not super large. Not bad. Not bad at all. Sorry about that. I was yawning for a little bit. So it's not bad at all. Look at that. Look at that. We have side exhaust. Not bad at all. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. We have ladder chassis, steel. Everything is made from steel, galvanized steel. Solid axle leaves front and rear. Not bad. And now the engine. It's a V12, 5.5 liter. Pushrod 2 valves, cast iron, cast internals. Wow! And check out the compression ratio. It's all the way down. 40 on the cam profile. Oh, my friend. Oh, my friend. You made a terrible mistake, which is the production year. The production year, my friends. Production year. Look at that. It's 2012. It's 2012, and the car was made in 1970s. So yes, my friend, you should really pay attention to the production year for your car. Yeah, as you can see. I was drinking water. Alright, so let's see. Look at that. It doesn't make any sense because it's 91 octane fuel, regular, unleaded in 2012, and the car is made from 1970s. It doesn't really make any sense. Check it out. Three-way catalytic converter. My friend. I mean, look at that. It's noticeable. You have a 1970 car and you chose a three-way catalytic converter. Also, there is an option called high flow three-way. This option was not available in 1972. So how didn't you know? How didn't you know? How could you continue creating this car knowing that there is an option like this, my friend? Amazing. I mean, I love the engine, I love the pickup, but the production here is super wrong. All right, let's fire up the engine for the sake of it. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. As you can hear, this thing actually sounds very, very nice. Sounds like actually a sporty V12. I mean, hence, of course, the headers, as you can see, and the noise. This thing actually sounds very, very nice and looks good, actually. I'll have to say, it looks very nice with the mechanical fuel injection. Look at that, and the tall intake manifold. Those sporty tubular headers is actually looking quite nice. I like it. I like it indeed. All right, we got back to 1972. Good night in Clarkson voice. Good night, my friend. Good night. All right, so manual 4-speed, 9.2 seconds. I mean, it's a pickup truck. It will not be the fastest thing on earth, but it's actually not bad. It's a 4-seater, being a 4-door pickup, hydraulic power steering, very nice. Look at that. It's actually very nice. 29 or nearly 30 on drivability, half a point on sportiness. It's actually a little bit comfortable. It's reliable. It's a little bit practical. It's not bad. It's not bad. And it can go off-road, actually. It's not bad at all. It can do 9 miles per gallon. It costs $20,000. Look at that. It can go 200 kilometers per hour. Very nice, actually. Not bad at all. Hello, Mr. Neris. Hello, my friend. As you can see, we are actually checking out viewer-made cars, and then we'll move on to BeamNG and do some crazy things over there. Just spend more and get it. It's 4 p.m. in the Midwest, USA by Mr. Tyler. Right now here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, it's 12 a.m. right now. 12 a.m. in the morning right now. Yes, so it's deadly midnight here. Greetings, hello Mr. Vlad, thank you for joining. Mr. Vlad, my friends, if you're not familiar, Mr. Vlad, he is the moderator here. He's like the, you know, he's like the police force that keeps an eye on this chat. So if you say something wrong, Mr. Vlad will be putting you in jail on YouTube, of course. So let's see. Good luck, Mr. Vlad. All right. The Pythagoras is done. Now the VC Lab, and then the Vulcan, and then the Wheat. Here we go. So let's open the VC Lab. It's a 2005 model F50 F504N. All right, so let's see, 437 horsepower. It's a 5-liter V8. Yeah, V8. Natural aspirated direct injection, all-wheel drive. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. All right, here we go. It's called the VC Labs Noble 4.9N. Wow, that is actually a very, very striking looks. Guys, what do you think? What do you think about it? What do you think about this car? What do you think about it? Because it looks absolutely super striking. It was designed by Mr. VC Labs. 437 horsepower, 5-liter V8. Yeah, it's actually not bad. I mean, on paper it's not bad, but the designing is a little bit. Yeah, everything is too large by Mr. Any Name You Wish. Crazy design by Mr. Nairis. All right. We have aluminium body, monocoque chassis, glued aluminium body, which is actually a little bit expensive, but it works. Front longitudinal double wishbone multi-link. It's actually not bad. Oh, we have a VVL here, and as you can see, yes, here's the regular camshaft profile, and then VVL will kick in, yo. over here. So here we go. As you can see, the creator of the engine, Mr. VC Labs, he went a little bit too big here. Look at that, 18 all the way to 75. Now this is a massive gap, which as you can see is no. Look at that, you can actually notice the gap. Look at that, you can actually notice it. Starts very torquey, very nice and smooth, and then on 3108 or 3200 RPM, VVL will kick in yo, and then you'll start going up again, which is not bad. This is too big, I think, but it's okay. You can do that. Honda has been doing that for a long time. Let's see, 8000 RPM, throttle per cylinder, longitudinal. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. All right, let's fire up this beautiful V8 and see how it will sound. Listen to that. Let me. Alright, where is that? What did I press on? Oh no, I don't want to take pictures because I have the window chat open here. That's why I cannot see. Yeah, here we go. Let's lower down the music volume a little bit, and now let's fire up the engine again. I want to hear this beautiful V8 because look at that. It looks very special and should actually sound special. So here we go. So look at that. Let's try the VVL kick in yo. Let's try it. So 3200 is our magical mark. So let's try. Here we go. Smooth, reliable, and then here. All right, a very nicely made engine indeed. Not bad. I mean, the car looks special in its own special way, but the engine actually is a very nicely tuned engine. Sequential gearbox, all-wheel drive, vicious limited slip, a very weird choice, very weird option because I'm not really a fan of the vicious limited slip. It acts in BeamNG like an open differential, so it's really useless. I would suggest to go with a geared limited slip. That's all right. Let's see, we have semi-slick tires. Wow, he actually went all the way, balls to the walls. Luxurious four-seater, luxury sat-nav. Wow, this actually, he went all out. Look at that, hydromatic springs, which are the heaviest and the most expensive. Active soil, he actually went all out. Look at the comfort, 52.8. 37.7 here. Drivability is so high, prestige is high, safety is really high. Everything is high. 31 except the MPG, 21 MPG. And this thing cost $70,000, 70,800. Wow, $70,800 in 2005. Not bad. Wow, actually it's cheap. The best suspension on earth. I mean, the hydraulic suspension, hydraulic everything, super comfortable. It's luxurious from the inside. Everything is super luxurious, and it costs only $70,000. Wow, amazing. And electric steering, not bad at all. All right, all right, we are back. All right, I think we are back. Yeah, being automation game, unfortunately, it's not really stable. I mean, I'm using the open beta version. I mean, it's it's very similar to the stable version as they call it. I mean, it has it's the same version or the same build number, so it's pretty much the same version, the same stable version. And as you can see, it's not stable. Yeah, that's rubbish, really. All right, let's get back and export this thing. Here we go. The VC Labs. Choose it again, export it, and move on. All right. Yeah, yeah, they call it the stable version, but it's not stable at all. Look at that. I did crash, which is absolutely rubbish. So guys, how was your weekend? Tell me about your weekend. What did you guys do? What are you planning to do? You know, barbecue with the family, going out with friends, going to the movies, having some crazy dates, studying for exams, doing some projects. I would love to know that. What are your plans, my friends? Here we go. Let's move on with the Vulcan 1983. So it's supposed to be interesting. Let's see. Let's see. Mr. Atlas says my weekend is is a little weird until now. Why? What's wrong? Mr. Any Viewer says gonna work on just stuff for challenges on the channel. Awesome. Good luck, my friend. Mr. Marcus says, well, got the PC. Have to end configuring it. Good luck, my friend. Enjoy it. Mr. Mr. Neris said all versions see sometimes die. Yeah, indeed. Mr. Atlas says I don't know how to explain. It's all right. If it's embarrassing, don't worry about it. But it's okay, you can say it. Mr. Acid Green says I went to the doctor, have some stuff to deal with on Sunday. I'm looking on F1 with my grandpa. Awesome, nice thing. Good luck. Mr. Carguy Club says hi, hello my friend. Thank you for joining. Mr. Merlin says more work. Saturday is all covered in work. Hoping on one night stand at least that night. Yeah, good luck getting that, my friend. Good luck indeed. Mr. Bondiba says my plans for weekend are hanging out with friends, maybe have a grill with them, and playing automation. Good luck. Awesome, awesome. All of you guys are having some awesome plans. Good luck in everything, my friends. All right, here we go. 1973, 210 horsepower, 3-liter inline 5. It's turbocharged. It's rear-wheel drive. All right, let's see. 1983. And this thing looks like a Lada maybe from the side, and I don't know, a little bit Volvo from the front, I guess. Yeah, a little bit for Volvo from the front ish, Lada from the side, and I don't know what's that from the rear, but it's yeah, it's like an upgraded Lada maybe. So again, inline 5, 3-liter inline 5, turbocharged, 1983-83. Let's start from the beginning. So regular steer body, double wishbone, semi-trading on, let's see, inline 5, cast iron, and what in God's name is that? So the horsepower will peak at 4700 RPM, and all of this is just useless RPM, and you can see that. The creator actually is pushing the internals harder than it should be, which is not really great. Wow. Overhead cam, 2 valves, forged internals. Look at that. So I don't understand, because look at that, 6.4 to 1 compression ratio, 28 on the cam profile, and look at the octane, 88.2. I mean, I don't understand. +7 quality, +2 quality. The turbo is very, very weird. Look at that. He's using 91 octane fuel, and look at that. The engine is using only 88.2. So this thing is running less than it should be. He can actually make the engine he can actually make it better, because there are still, like, let's say 3 points or 2.8 extra points to go. Like, he can make his engine more economical. He can actually put better turbo on it. than this thing. Look at that journal bearings, very, very weird looking turbo. It's not great, unfortunately. All right, so let's fire it up. Check out the turbo size. This is not real. It will not work as it should be. Check it out. I'll have to say the inline 5 sounds good. Yeah, the inline 5 always sounds good, but no, this turbo is really, really not working as it should be. I mean, it looks realistic. I'll have to say the turbo looks like a real turbo, like a real life turbo size. You know, the turbine, the compressor looks like a real life massive turbo. But in automation game, this thing will never work, as you can see. Check it out. Very, very, very weird looking, you know, power curve. All right. So rear-wheel drive, manual 5-speed, gear limited slip, medium compound tire, steel rims, solid. Wow, look, check out the brake fading. Tons of brake fading. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really, really special to drive. And this thing costs nearly $80,000 in 1983. Oh my goodness! Wow. All right, let's export it. I mean, no offense to the creator of it. The car looks not bad from the front. The car actually looks interesting from the front. This side is basically normal. Yeah, very, very normal. The rear, unfortunately, looks sad. Unfortunately, needs better tail lights, a little bit more details, like a rear bumper, maybe some lines, some chromey lines, maybe to look like a real car, basically. But and the engine definitely needs better internals. Not internals. You know, needs better turbo, better mapping, better compression ratio, and it will be very, very nice. Oh, this is your first car. All right, Mr. Car Guy Club. All right, my friend. So again, all right, my friend, just you know, focus with me a little bit. So since this thing being your first car, is not bad. Is really not bad for a first car. Mr. Car Guy Club is not bad. I'll have to say, if this thing is really your first car, I'll have to say it's not a bad thing, really. But let me give you some tips, my friend. Let me give you some tips, Mr. Car Guy, so you can actually make it. So all right guys. So it's been a long time since I made a build with you. So Mr. Car Guy, let me fix your car. Let me fix it with you. Let's fix it all together and make it actually better. All right. So let's fix it. Here we go. Here we go. This is your version, and now let's create. Here we go. Another version of it. Here we go. And now let's fix it. Here we go. The chassis, you know, we won't touch these. I'm gonna leave everything here as it is. The bore and stroke, the camber file, everything I'm gonna leave it the same. But now let's continue. The internals, Mr. Car Guy Club, Mr. Car Guy Club. You know, just learn these tips because it will help you a lot. First of all, you don't need plus 15 quality. Yeah, you don't need plus 15 quality. This is the first thing. Second of all, forged internals are really nice choice if you want to turbocharge an engine, because these things can actually take a very hard beating. But sometimes you can actually use cast internals. They can actually run, especially in the modern era, like in 2010, 25, or 2020. The cast internals are actually not bad. But being in 1983, forged internals are good. All right, moving on. Let's go because look at that, you want to go with 91 octane fuel, so let's stick with 91 octane fuel. Let's go 14 here. let's drop the ignition timing a little bit. Put the compression ratio on, let's say 7.5 to 1. This is a very nice start, my friend. Don't go below 7.5 to 1 because it will look like rubbish, really. And then, being a sporty car, let's try a little sportier hand profile on 40. You know, a little bit. It's still normal, but it's much better. And now learn this, my friend, Mr. Car Guy Club. Learn this because this is your basic turbo tuning. Because when you want to create any turbo in automation game, let me drop the quality. We don't need +7. No, don't worry about this. We will be fixing this. Don't worry about it. Let's drop this. Let's drop this like to 6,000 RPM maybe. Yeah, 6,000 is good enough. All right. So learn this, my friend. This is very important. First of all, if you have the option for a ball bearing turbo, always use it. Always go with ball bearing. If you have the option, always go with a ball bearing turbo. Second thing you need to consider is maximum AR ratio, minimum turbine, all the way down to 0, or to the minimum, and then the compressor do the same thing all the way down, but don't leave it all the way down. Increase it by 5 or 7 clicks. Look at that. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Actually, right now it's not bad, 176 horsepower, but you can continue. Continue till you are happy with your turbo. Look at that. Right now the turbo can kick in all the way on 2100 RPM, which is really efficient, but you are not happy with the horsepower. It's 192. So what you can do is keep increasing the compressor until you can actually hit a nice spot without making your turbo too big. Check it out. Right now the turbo will kick in at 2200, so we increased 100 on the RPM range. Keep increasing. Look at that. I mean, you are losing a little torque on the low RPM, but it's not bad. It's still not bad. It's still not really dangerous. Here we go. You can actually go 50 on this one. Check it out. 50 on millimeters. It's more than enough. The turbo will kick in at 2300 RPM. Very good. Now, being a maxed out AR ratio, what you need to do is you need to try and increase the intercooler. Check it out. Increasing the size of the intercooler may give you some horsepower, but not always. So if the intercooler is not giving you enough horsepower, leave it as it is. Go back to the turbine. Now you can increase your turbine size, but not by much. Look at that. If you increase the turbine size right now, we are not gaining any horsepower. Basically, we are gaining only turbo lag. So go back all the way down. You need to keep in mind all of those things in your mind, my friend. If you increase the turbine size and you are not gaining any extra horsepower, don't increase it. Look at that. We can actually decrease the AR ratio because, look at that, increasing the AR ratio is not giving us any extra horsepower. So 137 is more than enough. We have 221 horsepower right now. We have 287 pound-feet of torque on the same engine. And the turbo is working really nicely, like a real turbo. Now let's go back to the intercooler. Here we go. We can increase the intercooler a little bit. Boost. Well, you can keep the same boost if you want to. 0 quality. We don't need any plus quality. And now let's go back here, which is a very nice thing. You can go single if you want to. If you want to go cheap or super sporty, let's keep the same thing. Go performance. Here we go. Ignition timing. Let's increase it till we hit the sweet spot, which is 91. Look at that, 90.9. Here we go, 90.9. Yeah, I think this is 46 is more than enough. Check it out. Now let's go to the exhaust. No, we need that. Let's see. So you need to keep playing with the mufflers until you hit a nice touch, which is, here we go. The engine is knocking. Decrease the ignition a little bit. Check out, my friend, 235. Check out, 235 horsepower, 292 pound-feet of torque. As you can see, the engine is much more efficient right now. Yeah, the engine is much more efficient. We can decrease the boost a little bit, increase the ignition a little bit. Here we go. Now we are done. And we look at that. We are achieving 18.9% fuel efficiency. It's not bad and it's not really super good, but it's good. I mean, look at that. The engine, look at that. The engine actually is quiet. It's sporty. Yeah, here we go. Now, this is a nice engine. This is a nice engine, my friend. Check out the difference in the turbo size. It's a lot smaller. The engine is a lot lighter. It's more powerful. It's more torquey. And now, let's fire it up. And the extra RPM is actually useless. Now, this extra RPM here, yes, the power is losing a little bit at the top end, but now it's more realistic. It will actually be better. So, here we go. Let's see, where's the turbo? Here we go. Cylinder head, and now check it out. Now, the turbo may look unrealistic because look at the turbine is very, very small. The compressor is really large. Unfortunately, automation game turbo technology is absolute rubbish, unfortunately. That's why if you want to put a real size turbo, if you want to replicate a real turbo in automation game, it will work like garbage, unfortunately. But if you want to make a really nice car, a really nice turbocharged engine in automation game, you have to follow this rule, my friend. Maximum air ratio, minimum turbine, so you can make a real life a torque curve and power curve. Unfortunately, it will look unrealistic. Look at the turbo; it's super unrealistic. But unfortunately, we have to do what we have to. Unfortunately, but this way, Mr. Car Guy Club, you can make any turbocharged engine, you can make it real. Look at that. I didn't change your engine capacity. I didn't change. Look at that. It's still 2 valves per cylinder. It's still an inline 5. It's still everything, but it's working now much, much better. So remember these things, my friend, and remember to use all the octane. If you are choosing 91, use as maximum as possible of the 91. Look at that, 90.9. Yeah, look at that. This is as close as possible. Maybe if you can keep tuning it, maybe you can get it better, but it will this is, I mean, you always need to go as close as possible. If you go 95, go 95 here. If you go 100, go 100 here always. But don't go 91 and then go 88. This is not realistic, my friend. And also don't choose too much useless RPM. Like look at that. If your power is speaking here, is speaking right here, don't go and give me a 7,000 RPM limit, because all of this is just a drop down RPM, which is absolutely useless. All right, I'm not gonna modify the car. Let's modify the gear ratio, because of course, being a different RPM, it will be super different. So here we go. We need a different final drive. Let's go like this, 245, and then start dropping the gearing a little bit. Here we go. We have we need 6.2 seconds. Come on. Here we go. 6.2 seconds. Here we go. 6.2 seconds, my friend, from 0 to 100. Still the same thing. Still the same tires. You my friend, you went with, well, I prefer a little bit wider front tires, a little bit, and let's see, a little bit rear offset. These things will actually help. Yeah, another good thing, my friend, you need to pay attention to, which is final drive. Yeah, if it says here estimated top speed is 245, go the same thing or go around it. I mean, this is basic engine, this is basic gearbox tuning. I'm not gonna go super, long with the tuning, Mr. Car Guy Club. But if it says 245, go 245. This is, basic thing you can do. You can go higher if you want more overdrive, but this is basic. Also, spacing, you need to keep in mind that, especially on a real drive car in BeamNG, 5% wheel spin, 6% is good, but more than that, it will be uncontrollable. Gear limited slip drift, not a bad thing. Let's go sport compound. Also, look at that, 80%, 85% on sportiness is always a good thing, my friend. Let's see. All right, brakes. Now, as you can see, the brakes are fading because the car's faster now. So let's go ventilated discs front, ventilated discs back, and now it's a little bit better. It's not perfect, but here we go. Here we go. It's good right now. Look at that. No warning lights no warning lights to speak of. 1.6% brake fading. It's actually not bad. And now we need to balance the brakes. Well, my friend, you can balance the brakes by looking at the drivability and sportiness. If it's in red, that means your brake balance is rubbish. So look at that. We are going down, and look at that. It's still green. The values are increasing. This is a very quick tip for you. Look at that. The values are increasing. Go until they become red. Oh, here we go. As you can see, it became red. So go back a little bit. Here we go. Go back like this. Now it's balanced. This is 100% nicely balanced. This is basic automation tuning, my friend. This is basic automation tuning, my friend. Under train, I'm not gonna go to this bit. This thing will take very long time. But especially if you want to drive in BeamNG, go at least like 15% on brake airflow. This way they will get cooled down very quickly. I'm gonna keep the same interior you chose, the same safety, the same suspension. Yeah, I'm not gonna go with the suspension because actually it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad at all. All right, here we go. Now it's ready, but to separate them both, I'm gonna paint this car. All right, let's keep the red. Looks actually good on it. Here we go, the red. Here we go, and let's call it 300. No, not 300. Let's call it the BN edition. Here we go. All right, now let's export this thing. All right, and now of course we need to export this thing, and of course we need to export the final car and then move on to BeamNG and see how these things will actually run. I'm having so much fun so far, guys. So let's see, how is the challenge going? I would love to know how's the challenge going, my friend. How's the challenge going? Any difficulties you guys are facing? Or yes, I know there's one more car, which is the wheat. Yeah, so how's the challenge going, my friends? Mr. Any Name You Wish says great. Mr. Car Guy says, thank you for making my first car better. Yes, oh, you're welcome, my friend. If you have any question, you can ask me on Discord. You can ask everyone on Discord if you have any question about anything, about aerodynamics, suspension, top speed, anything, my friend. Don't worry about it. Mr. Go Adrian says, guys, maybe small car with rear engine. Well, I'm looking at a 63 horsepower car, a 1.4 liter inline 4, naturally aspirated 2-barrel carburetor, rear-wheel drive. All right. Oh, I don't know about you, but this thing looks like a Morris Marina, maybe, with a piano on its head. I don't know. It looks like a Morris Marina with a piano on its head, on its roof. I mean, I'm sorry, but it looks cool. It looks very classic and very nice. I love it. But the roof rack, this one reminds me with an episode from Top Gear when oh my god, when Jeremy was talking about the best Lancia cars, and he bought a Lancia. I don't know, a used Lancia, and he actually rally drove on a rally circuit against Richard Hammond, and Richard Hammond was driving a Morris Marina with a piano on its roof. This car reminds me so much with it. Absolutely amazing. I mean, a lot of you guys are saying looks like a Russian car, looks like, yeah, a Russian car, but it's actually reminding me with a Morris Marina. If this thing it was in yellow or in light orange with a piano, it will be perfect. All right, all right, it's not bad. Let's start from the beginning. Steel chassis, monocoque steel body, everything is looking basic. Cast iron inline 4, a single overhead camshaft. Right, here we go. Let's see, cast internals. The engine is actually tuned to... Oh, nice work. Look at that. So look at that, Mr. Car Guy Club. My friend, Mr. Car Guy Club. Check it out. So this guy, the creator of the wheat, he actually, look at that. He used low quality 85 octane, right? So look at that. He used all the 85 octane, all of it, which is what you should do, my friend, in every single car you want to create. Use every possible point of the octane, so you can actually be a nice tuner in automation game. Yeah, so you can actually, get all the advantages of using that fuel. So look at that. It's actually not bad really. It's torquey more than powerful, but it's really not bad. Look at that small engine. Let's see. Well, surprisingly, this thing sounds nice for an inline 4 engine. Sounds nice because the exhaust is, I mean, there is a tiny muffler on it, so it sounds really good. Look at that, rear-wheel drive manual, 3-speed. Wow, 3-speed manual. That's unique. 13.9 seconds, as you can see. Wow. Hard long life tires, steel trims. Not bad. Very basic. Very basic. Very basic car, but it's not bad. It cost $9,990. Wow, that's a very cool number. 17.5 mpg. It's actually reliable. It's not bad. It's practical. It's drivable. It's you can say it's safe a little bit. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Amazing. Amazing. Look at that. 13.9 seconds, 139 kilometers per hour. 800 kilograms is the total weight. This is a light car also, so that's an advantage. It's a nice basic car. It's a nice basic classic car. I love the classic touch-ups. The rear is actually beautiful. The lines are cool. The front is very awesome. And if this thing had a piano on its roof, it would have been a very perfect car. All right, let's export it, and then of course let's move on to BeamNG.drive. All right, here we go. So guys, I was actually before I started the live stream, my nephew was here. He was cranky all day, all night long, but that's all right. He fell asleep. But before I started the live stream, I was actually cooking dinner for my family. I was doing some barbecue outside, and I was watching a video on YouTube for Hoovy's Garage, talking about his GMC Typhoon pickup, that turbocharged pickup, and I'm actually impressed. I actually like that Typhoon GMC pickup. It's a turbocharged pickup made by GMC, and it's not bad. I was reviewing that video. He was talking about the things that were wrong in it, and it was not bad at all. All right, guys. So we finished all the cars, and now, of course, let's move on to BeamNG.drive. So when I close automation game right now, it will give you the be right back screen. So don't worry about it. I'm gonna just fire up BeamNG and see what will happen. All right, here we go. All right, gentlemen. All right, gentlemen. We are in BeamNG.drive and with all of the awesome cars and everything. Let me just use my mobile phone actually so I can actually review everything without any problem. Here we go. All right, so let's play. Let's go to automation track and see what you guys have created. All right, here we go. All right, guys. So we are in again in BeamNG.drive, but just give me a moment because I'm using my mobile phone to open the YouTube thing, which I can actually watch your chat because unfortunately it's not really showing in BeamNG.drive. Just give me a moment because I really cannot wait your chat. Just give me a moment. Yeah, because I want to read your chats and just give me a moment. Here we go. It's opening. I don't know why it's not opening. Come on, refresh. Sorry about that. Sorry about the waiting, guys. Just a moment. I'm getting there. I don't know why it's not opening. All right, we have to use the old way, which is of course no full screen. I have to go window mode. Unfortunately, it's all right. I can still watch window mode. What is it a 1920 by 1080? No, let me put it on 1920 by 1080 because I'm using the window mode. Here we go, 1920 1080. Perfect. All right, now I can see your chats, no problem whatsoever. Perfect. All right, here we go. The controller is working. Everything is working as it should be. And now let's see what you guys have, what we guys have created. All right. So opening the page, as you can see, there are still some cars from the, I don't know, from the previous live stream, I guess, or something like this. But we are going to test the cars that we have seen in automation game right now. All right, starting with the Avanti, an $18 million four-door wagon. It's gonna be hilarious. So let's see. Hello, Mr. The Memer. Hello, my friend. Here we go. $18 million. Let's see. Can you please test the what? The wheat next, you mean? Well, I'm gonna test them according to the alphabetical order, my friend. So I can't really, jump some cars. So alphabetical order first. So $18 million. Can you imagine? I mean, look at that. In BeamNG, the car actually looks great in BeamNG. I mean, when it comes to the looks, the car actually looks great. To be completely honest with you, looks special tuned, but it's not really worth $18 million. So let's see what we have here is a 375 horsepower, 350 pound-feet of torque. So let's see. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Nope. Wow. Is it rear-wheel drive or all drive? I forgot. Anyway, yeah, reminds me of Pimp My Ride indeed. Doesn't really feel stable. Wow, it's rear-wheel drive and I actually used the handbrake. That's why explaining the spin. I have a question about BeamNG in automation game. In automation, I can build a car that in BeamNG have more than one engine to choose. Yes, I mean you can build more versions of the same car. Wow, this is absolutely super unstable. Oh, this is absolutely unstable at all. Yes, $18 million. I mean, this is completely unstable. I mean, yes, it's rear-wheel drive, but it's not a bunkerous drifting rear-wheel drive, and it's not really a grippy rear-wheel drive. It's like in between. It's like in between, and on high speed, it's not stable at all. Whoa, brakes. Brakes are absolutely hideous. Well, no, it's not horse wee. No, it's just again a low quality fuel, a fuel that's that was meant to be burnt in the trash, but unfortunately it was used to power cars. Don't worry about it. So guys, I don't know about you, but this thing doesn't really feel like $18 million. It feels like $10,000 worth of rims and I don't know, and fake front lip and a massive rear wing and a fake rear diffuser. Look at that, because the rear diffuser looks like it was like stuck on using a duct tape or something. Look at that. There's a normal bumper which looks very neat, and then there are those shark fins which looks like they were stuck on. Also, the rear wing feels very useless, and the golden color. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, my friends, but yeah, it doesn't really feel $18 million. No offense to the creator, but I'm not really feeling the $18 million Goldie ages. All right, drifty time. According to the creator of it, it's called the BMW E36 325 Turbo Drift. So let's see. I'm gonna start first with an open diff and then lock it. Money went to accessories. All right, so I'm gonna start first with the open diff mode, and then I'm gonna lock the diff and see what will happen. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yep. Second gear. Well, it's supposed to be drifting, but with an open diff, no, with an open diff, it will never do it. So let's lock it. Here we go. Whoa. All right, I need to control it. I'm mixing the controls between Forza and BeamNG. Come on. Come on, drift. Ah man, I used the handbrakes and this thing didn't want to spin. Let's try again. Let's try again. Let's try again. Here we go. Let's make a U-turn. Oh, for God's sake! I'm really a more fan of all-wheel drive drifting more than real drive. In BeamNG, oh my God, there are no brakes, no brakes, no brakes at all. This is hideous. I'm sorry, but I'm not really an expert in real drive drifting in BeamNG. I mean, in Forza, I can just do rings, but in BeamNG, this is really tricky. I really wish I can fire up Forza 7. I love to do real drive drifting. Whoa. The same thing I'm doing, Mr. Vlad. I'm doing the same thing here. I'm not using the handbrake. I'm power sliding also. Look at that. Crap. Really sensitive, yeah. Goodness. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. No, I'm using a controller, Mr. Random Project. All right. Thank you for reminding me. All right, guys. So forget about this car. I mean, no offense. I'm not really an expert when it comes to BeamNG drifting. But guys, since Mr. Random Project asked about the steering wheel, guys, let's see. We are a cool fan on my Discord, a cool fan, Mr. Mr. Ilmac on my Discord. He actually, uh, he actually, uh, he actually wanted to sponsor my channel on the next challenge. I'm not joking. Mr. Ilmac on my Discord, he actually want to sponsor my channel on the next challenge, which is absolutely crazy. He actually ordered me a steering wheel from Logitech. It's the Logitech G920. I think that's the name of it. He ordered it for me with a stand, and it will take around 10 to 15 days to arrive to my house. In exchange, he wanted to create his own challenge on the next challenge, because the current challenge is, of course, the No Limits challenge. This is the current one, but the next one will be, of course, decided by Mr. Elmac, because he sponsored this channel. He upgraded actually with a steering wheel and a stand. So maybe in 10, maybe in 15 days, guys, I'm gonna be starting driving in BeamNG using a steering wheel and a manual shifter, and of course using the paddle shifters and with the pedals and everything. So it's gonna be really, really awesome. So who knows? I'm gonna keep this car. I'm gonna keep this BMW drifting thing ish here. And when the steering wheel arrives, I'm gonna try to see and just see how that thing will work. So big thanks to Mr. Ilmac for sponsoring this channel. Yeah, big thanks to him, because it's not cheap, guys. I'm really saying, buying a steering wheel and a stand, it's not cheap at all. But he's a very, very awesome gentleman. He sponsors this channel. He is absolutely awesome, and I really cannot say thank more. I mean, I cannot thank him enough because it's an absolutely crazy thing. And of course, when the steering wheel arrives, I'm gonna be filming. Maybe I'm gonna be filming an unboxing video, maybe, and see how that thing will run because it's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited for to drive in Forza 7 using the steering wheel, to drive in BeamNG, to drive in Euro Truck Simulator 2 using the steering wheel, to drive in Assisto Corsa, in Project Cars. All these games will be absolutely crazy in the steering wheel, and I really cannot say, cannot thanks Mr. Elmac enough. So yeah, it's gonna be really really exciting. Big thanks to Mr. Elmac. All right, let's move on with the next car. Yes, and of course, it's gonna be really awesome. You want low amount of, let's see, Mr. Merlin says, just saying in BeamNG, you want the low amount of steering wheel angle. All right, I'll keep that in mind, my friend. Yeah, Mr. Tyler, I've actually had another awesome viewer, Mr. Tom Hanks. He also bought me a motherboard for my computer because my old motherboard got became dead suddenly. So he also, Mr. Tom Hanks, thanks to him, my computer is running right now. Thanks to Mr. Tom Hanks also for sponsoring a motherboard, which was absolutely crazy. So yeah, let's see. Mr. Merlin says, I use just 360 degrees of steering wheel angle in BeamNG. Otherwise, it's just stupid hard. Really? Mr. Nurse says, I use 270 degrees. Wow, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind indeed. All right, all right. BRD Dart V10 TDI. Let's see what this thing is all about. Where's Mr. Atlas? Mr. Atlas created the BRD. Yeah, Mr. Merlin. Mr. Merlin, yes, according to the, yes, just let the car. All right. So yes, Mr. Merlin, according to the website, according to the website of the steering wheel, they said that steering wheel can go all the way to 900, but I don't know if it's actually gonna be possible to use in BeamNG all the 900. But yeah. All right, Mr. Atlas, here's your crazy car with this 13-liter V12, I think. Yes, V12. Yeah, V12, right? Or a V10. It's a V10. Oh, sorry, it's a V10. Yeah, it's a V10. So it's a 13-liter V10 twin turbo. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, thank you for Mr. Goller Adrian. Thank you so much for joining, my friend. Here we go. Guys, listen. Guys, can you hear it? When I let off, guys, when I let off the throttle, when I push the throttle all the way to the max RPM, and then when I let off the throttle, listen to the burping of the exhaust. Wow. All right, let's see. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Very torquey engine. Unfortunately, the brakes are fading a little bit, and the turbocharger got overheated. Oh, the brakes. Whoa. Oh, this thing is just very, very unpredictable. Or the brakes. Unfortunately, the brakes are rubbish. Your game sound is becoming possessed. This car actually, surprisingly, this car accelerates hard, but of course, this thing is gonna be a real nice drag car, a drag racing car, because it's all-wheel drive, it's super grippy, and this thing accelerates really hard. So I guess maybe on a drag race, this thing is gonna be very, very nice. Not bad. Surprisingly, it's fun. Surprisingly, this thing is actually fun. Very, very fun to drive. All right, nice work, Mr. Atlas. Very, very nice work indeed. I love the looks of this car in real life. Well, the classic muscle cars like the Dart, the Charger, classic ones from 69, 68, 70s are very, very cool looking cars. All right, all right, all right. Let's see which one of those cars is next. Wow, a lot of cars. All right, here we go. The Olympian SLS sedan, a car that looks like a Mercedes-Benz up front, very sleepy from the back, with an E40 BMW engine code and a TDI Audi engine model. So let's see. Here we go. Maybe we should make a change. You mean challenge about fastest NA engine? Why not? I love the idea. All right, guys, check it out. This thing is absolutely looking very, very. I have to say, the front is just beautiful. The front is really, really realistic and really beautiful. I really like it. The side is also very nice. Unfortunately, the rear is, yeah, it's sad, unfortunately. But the engine is actually very, very good. It's a 4-liter twin turbocharged, 400 horsepower. Very, very nice engine. All right, let's see. 3, 2, 1. I forgot. Is it real drive or all-wheel drive? It's all-wheel drive. All right, here we go. That's more like it. Not bad. Hey man. Hello, Mr. Ahmed. Hello, my friend. Look at that. This thing actually handles very nicely. It's very stable. It's comfortable, yes. As you can see, the suspension is a little bit soft. The engine actually is torquey. Very nice. Look at that. This thing corners really nicely at 160. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Nice. All right. What a nice car indeed. I'll have to say, this thing actually feels, I mean, looks like an AMG Mercedes from the front, which is really awesome. But the rear, unfortunately, is a sad story. I would love if the creator of it replicated the real looks of a real Mercedes. It would have been absolutely crazy. So I would love if the creator of this car can actually replicate a real Mercedes looks, which will make this thing looks absolutely magnificent. Yeah. Yes, let's see. Mr. Metata says tuned Civics makes the best track cars. Lol. LOL. Well, I don't know. I don't want to be offensive to the Civics owners, but uh, I've seen videos on YouTube for track tuned Civics, and they are absolutely crazy. I mean, really grippy, really awesome, really smooth. I've seen them going around corners really flat. I mean, some people actually know what they are doing. They tune the suspension to perfection. They actually tune the engine, make it more powerful without any reliability issues. Yeah, no, I mean, unfortunately, the Honda Civic, reputation was ruined by racers. Unfortunately, the Honda Civic reputation was ruined by racers. Unfortunately, but Honda Civic as a car, it's actually a decent car, very decent car indeed, and it's very tunable. It's very cool, but unfortunately, the reputation of it was ruined by racers. Unfortunately, people that put eBay body kit on it and very ugly rims and massive super loud stereos in it. But no, when we are talking about professional tuning, I've seen some Honda Civics, 90 Civics. I mean, going around the tracks in absolutely magnificent speed and grip. I mean, they are super like a proper track weapon indeed. And I would love to see one. I mean, in close in real life, but I've only seen it on videos on YouTube. But anyway, nice car. All right, let's move on with something else. Let's see. After this thing, we have, let's see. Here we go. The Mercedes is done. Here we go. Those are not. No, this is mine, the Project X. And now, yes, the Pythagoras HD250. But I'm not going to test it on the automation test track because it's going to be hideous. Let's go to the Desert Dunes. Yes, let's go to the Desert Dunes and see how that thing actually works as an off-road vehicle. Where's the Desert Dunes? I always forget the location. Ah, here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. We are on the Desert Dunes. Let's take the Pythagoras thing and see how it will actually perform as an off-road vehicle. Here we go. All right, here we go, guys. There's the Pythagoras. All right, so it's looking absolutely magnificent when it comes to a pickup truck. Look at that. It looks absolutely crazy. This is 1972 looking pickup. It's too boxy, yeah, I have to say. Very boxy, but being a pickup from the 70s, I have to say it's actually not bad. The engine actually, yes, I'm not joking, it's a V12 engine in a pickup, a V12. and it's running mechanical fuel injection. And check out the torque, 167 pound-feet of torque on idle. This thing is idling and making too much torque. Very good. So we have 244 pound-feet, 204 horsepower. It's gonna be awesome. Private stream? No, my friend, this is public. Public, my friend. Yeah. All right, so let's see. First of all, let's lock the diff. Let's see. It's rear-wheel drive, by the way. Look at that. It's rear-wheel drive. Yeah. Hey, man. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I know, I know. Look at that. Third gear, rear-wheel drive. It's not bad. Now, the real challenge is... Yeah, it's very thirsty, yeah. Now, the real challenge is not going uphill, no. The real challenge is not just going uphill. The real challenge is going uphill while towing something. Can you imagine towing something with rear-wheel drive and going uphill? Let's try. Let's try, my friends. Here we go. Let's tow something behind it and see if we can actually go uphill. Because remember, this is a rear-wheel drive car, a rear-wheel drive vehicle, so we might not go uphill. So let's see. Here we go. Standard. It's gonna be awesome. Take your time, Mr. Atlas. Here we go, guys. So let's see. Here we go. Wow, wrong angle. Here we go. Gonna be awesome. Here we go. We are linked. Check it out, guys. Rear-wheel drive, locked diff. Can we go uphill? No, I don't think so. That's why we need 4x4. That's why we need all-wheel drive. Check it out, the engine is overheating. Oh my god, the engine is overheating. Oops. Nope, it will not go uphill. Come on, turn. Doesn't want to turn as well. Poor V12, yeah. Alright, so as a pickup, it's not bad, but as an off-road vehicle, unfortunately, while towing, it's rubbish. Yeah, towing is not the best thing, no. Goodbye. Towing is not the best thing to do with this thing. Hey, check out the temperature, guys. Unfortunately, I would love to go, you know, rock crawling with this thing, but unfortunately, it's rear-wheel drive, and it's rear-wheel drive only. Plus, I mean, the gearbox is not helping. The engine is super talky. I mean, it's not gonna crawl at all. It will just get stuck, and it will just it will just be hideous. But yes, that's a nice question, Mr. Tyler. Let's try. Let's try it. Who knows? Maybe it's not. It's a nice drifting machine. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go. Here we go. Handling circuit and see. All right, here we go. All right, let's see if this thing actually is a drifting pickup. Let's see. Here we go. Three, two, one. Whoa. It's not bad. Mm, it's not bad. It's not bad, my friends. It's not bad at all. Oops. No. So as you can see, it's a weird pickup because I mean, as an off-roader, without towing, it's actually not bad. It's actually not bad at all. But when you tow things, it became absolutely undrivable. But as you can see, this thing actually is a pretty nice drifting machine. I mean, yes, it's super slow, but because it's super heavy and because the engine is just torque and not much horsepower, it can actually drift in a funny way, which is absolutely crazy. Wow. I mean, this is very, very special. All right, nice creation. Let's move on with something else. Here we go. All right, here we go. The next thing we need to test, which is the VC Lab Noble 4.9N. All right, here we go. VC Labs 4.9N. So on paper, again, the engine is actually very, very nice. It's a naturally aspirated V8, making 436 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. Not bad. Good night, Mr. Random Project. Thank you for watching. All right, so let's see. Wow, it's actually grippy. On 7,000 RPM, the engine sounds really weird. Which, which Civic is that for 4x4? Wow, this car feels serious. So let's drive it serious. Sounded like a supercharger. Ah, you mean the whining? This is a sequential gearbox whining. Wow. Brakes are strong actually. So mechanically, this thing is perfect, but visually, it's weird. Hello, Mr. Roy. So what? Remember me who requested a top fuel dragster engine on your last live? All right. So yes, thank you for watching, Mr. Anine UH. You are a very, very awesome fan for watching for this long. You are very, very cool. So Mr. Roy, yes, I mean I remember, maybe I remember, I think, but you can't really create a top fuel dragster engine in an automation game because first of all the fuel is not available. A very, very high octane fuel is not available. Second of all, a lot of racing parts are not available. I mean, even if you replicated the bore and stroke, in some magical way, you can never get the same horsepower and torque, 3,000 horsepower or something like this. You can never get it, naturally aspirated or maybe supercharged because we don't have supercharging in automation game, and also we don't have the super high octane fuel, and we don't have the super high tech fuel injection system that they use on those dragster engines. So unfortunately, we cannot really create it in an automation game. We can create something powerful, but not as powerful as a dragster engine, unfortunately. All right, let's continue. Yeah, indeed, indeed, yeah. All right, here we go. It's not bad. So the VC Labs, well, this thing actually, as you can see, looks special in its own special way. The engine is very cool. The gearbox tune is very, very perfect. The brakes are very, very strong. The grip is actually phenomenal. But unfortunately, the looks is just, I mean, it's just too much for me. Too much chrome, too many large things. Unfortunately, it's not really 100% perfect, unfortunately, but mechanically, it's actually amazing. But visually, no, 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 no. All right, here we go. Now the special cars that we created. So we have the Vulcan 300 made by Car Guy Club, I think. I don't know if he's still here or not. And we have the one that I did it myself. First of all, let's try his car, his own creation, and then let's see what kind of differences we will get with my own tune. So let's see. Well, I would love Mr. Roy if if the developers can actually create something super, but unfortunately, not yet. So this is a very very special car created by a fan called Car Guy Club. So he this is his first car ever in automation games. So we can't really go hard on him because this is his first car ever. As you can see, the engine is in BeamNG. It's not bad, but in automation game it looked really, unfortunately. So look at that, 200 horsepower, 213 pound-feet of torque. Let's see. Look at that, it can do a burnout, so kudos, very nice. Sounds good actually. It's rear-wheel drive, by the way, I think. Yeah, it's rear-wheel drive. Look at that, it's actually not bad. Oh, I forgot. I should never rev the engine so high because this engine is making all of its horsepower on low RPM, and revving it too high is just useless. Well, maybe Mr. Atlas, but it's stable. Look at that, it's actually quick. This thing may be his first car, but it's actually quick. Yeah. Look at that, 191. Not bad, I think, for a first car ever. I mean, I remember my first car in automation game. It was absolute rubbish. I remember my first car. It was absolute garbage. But for a first car, for Mr. Car Guy Club, actually not bad. All right, it's not bad. I'm actually surprised. Mr. Roy, because Mr. Vlad, he's the moderator. That's why he has the wrench on his name. Look at that, the brakes actually are not that bad. All right, all right. So we tested his car, and now let's see what kind of differences we get with, a correct tune. Let's see. Now, this car, the red one the red one that you will be seeing right now, has the same body, same chassis, same basic engine, the same bore and stroke, but different turbo, different camshaft, different camshaft tune, different exhaust, different fueling, and different gearbox tuning, and different tires a little bit. Yeah, but everything else is still the same basically. So I just tuned the engine and a little bit the tires. So let's see. This is my engine. My engine is creating 229 horsepower, 285 pound-feet of torque. So it's a torque monster. And check out the torque curve. Very good. Let's see if this thing can do a burnout. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. The suspension is still the same. Hello from Malaysia. Awesome. Nice, my friend. Look at that. Look at that tire smoking machine. Yeah. Look at that tire smoking machine. Wow. Wow. It's like a difference between night and day. The brakes are definitely stronger. Car feels definitely faster. So what do you think, guys? So his car went 191 kilometers per hour. Let's see. Look at that. Wow. Not bad, actually. I'm surprised. The results actually are very nice. Need to Jay-Z. I think the power, my friend, look at that, Mr. Mitada. Mr. Roy, Mr. Roy. So Mr. Roy, look at that. The car right now is producing around 200 and I don't know, 40 horsepower, something like this. And I think the power is just enough to make it a real fun car. The horsepower right now, the torque are really enough to make this thing a real fun car. More than that, it will just become, you know, very excessive. Wow. I have to say, I'm really impressed with the results. That this engine, the new tune, the new turbo on the engine actually made a huge difference. This thing now is a tire smoking machine, very fast, stable, very accelerating very quickly, very nice looking car. Sorry, the looks is not really exciting, but it's not bad for a first car really. So I'm really excited, and look at that. I mean, how can he say no to a car that can do this for a very long time? Yeah, much more alive indeed. Look at that, it's perfect. Donuts, of course. I wish Mr. The car guy club. I wish if he actually saw this car. I really wish he actually saw this tuned version. I really wish that because I think he would actually liked it, and he would actually have seen he would actually saw the results of tuning an engine in the correct way, because tuning an engine in the correct way, it will actually make a huge difference in BeamNG.drive. All right, maybe he can watch the rewind maybe or something. He seems to be at the live, but he's not replying. I think so, maybe, yeah. All right, so the last car that we are going to test is called the Wheat Liner B, a classic car with a classic looks. Well, it's all right, Mr. Matata, because I mean, I'm not joking. I'm not the expert that I am right now. In the past, I was really a novice. I didn't know anything about the automation game. I mean, I remember when automation game was on its key version, on the old key version. I remember I just loved the idea of seeing pistons going up and down. I didn't know anything about making a car. So I remember buying that car. I remember buying automation game back then when it was a standalone game, not a Steam game. And with time, I learned how to create an engine. And when automation games started, giving us, creating your own car updates, I started learning about creating cars because I also was absolutely rubbish in creating cars. I didn't have any style. I didn't know how to tune the suspension. But with time, I learned. And every time I see someone buying BeamNG.drive and automation game together, so he can create his own cars. And when I see like badly made cars or wrong made cars or something like this, I always love to help, because people always spend their money on games, consoles, PCs, and they want to enjoy what they bought. And that's why I want to share my knowledge if I can. I mean, I always want to share my knowledge anywhere, on Discord, on YouTube, in videos, on live streams, on Instagram. So if you have any question, my friend, you can ask me on Discord. If you have any question, also you can ask everyone on Discord, because everyone on Discord are more than happy to help you in your automation game. When it comes to tuning, racing, doing anything, everyone is more than happy to do the same thing, not only me. So yeah, I'm actually sometimes I get into Discord. Sometimes I log into Discord just to look at the chats, and I actually look at your chats, guys, and you guys are so experts in the game. You guys know more things that I do sometimes. Sometimes I ask you guys for things that I didn't know in the past. So it's awesome to share knowledge, because everyone will actually enjoy the game more when everyone is doing the right thing. So here we go. Let's test the last car, which looks absolutely awesome. It's a classic looking beast. 64 horsepower, so it's not plenty. But let's see. 3, 2, 1. They can tire smoke and everything. Yes, it's a 3-speed manual, by the way. And sorry, Mr. Neris, but English only, please. Yes, and that reminds me, Mr. Neris, what is your Discord name? Please remind me. Send me your Discord name right now, so I can check it out, Mr. Neris. Wow, this thing is not. This thing is really unique. I started really paying attention, watching cars, little details, where the place indicators, and what you have, what lights, etc. Yeah, yeah, Mr. Matata. Let me tell you something funny. Mr. Matata, let me tell you something funny. Yesterday I was driving and my father was next to me. My dad was next to me, and we were actually stopping at a traffic light, and there was a car in front of us. I don't know, maybe a Kia van or something like this. And I was looking at the rear, the rear side of that Kia van, and I told my father, check it out. It's of course in Arabic, not in English, but you know what I mean. I told my father, check it out. This thing is super simple. Just two tail lights, a place for the license plate, a little chromey line, the badges, and that's it. There's nothing going on. It's super simple to create. And he told me, how is it simple? I said, because on YouTube we create really, really awesome cars, and seeing that Kia van is absolutely simple. If you look at some cars in real life, you see sometimes that manufacturers are actually lazy sometimes, especially in vans or in commercial vehicles. They don't do anything. So it's absolutely, I mean, we always play automation game, and this game is not just a game. This game taught us many things about automotive world and about cars, mechanics, designing, also about programming to be completely honest with you, because automation game break down a lot, and sometimes you need to talk with people about how to fix the game because it's crashing a lot. So you can say we learn also a little bit about you know tech support. Yeah, too basic, Mr. Atlas. Yeah, that's why I was just with my father with the car. I was just pointing the cars that looked absolutely basic. All right, gentlemen. So I'm really happy to see you always in every live stream, and I'm so happy to see you guys with me all the way from the start of the live stream till now, till the end. I had so much fun. It's been around 2.5 hours of live streaming. It's really, really awesome. And I had so much fun with you guys because you guys are absolutely super awesome joining my live stream the moment that I press go live. Absolutely amazing. I'm so happy, guys, to see you always in my live stream because it's just absolutely crazy to see you guys. I mean, I never knew in my life that a day will come that people will actually wait for me to go live on YouTube to test their cars, to have fun, to laugh, to learn about new things. I am really, really happy to see that happening. I mean, my channel is not really a large channel, but with time it got bigger and it's getting bigger, and that's all thanks to all of your guys support. That thanks to all of you guys, because you guys are absolutely amazing, the best fans, the best viewers anyone will actually wish for. Thank you from all of my heart, guys, for being with me in every video, in every live stream, with every challenge. Amazing, guys. Thank you so much, guys, absolutely from all of my heart. To every one of you I will say thank you, because you guys always will make my weekend, will make my day. I always see your awesome comments on every video that I create, on every challenge. I always see you guys on my Discord, sharing your thoughts, sharing your support with me. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right, so that's pretty much it. Yes, Mr. Neris, I'm gonna check out your username on Discord and see what's wrong and see why you got banned. I need to check that, unfortunately, but it's all right. If nothing is major, Mr. Neris, you will be back in no time. All right, so thank you so much, guys. I will see you very, very soon. Yes, I'm glad that I'm making you guys happy. I'm influencing you, or I'm making your weekends also very, very exciting and very awesome, very awesome. I'm really happy to see that my work is not just a waste of work. I'm really happy to see results, and you guys are absolutely amazing. So I'll have to say to every single one of you, thank you for joining my live stream. Wow, look at that. My nephew is next to me and oh, my nephew is next to me and he's awake. I think because I was talking too loud, he was asleep. And look at him. Look at him. He's just looking at me in silence. and smiling. What an amazing view. All right, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Mr. Matata, for your awesome for watching my live stream. Mr. Atlas, Mr. Neris, Mr. Roy. Let's see who else. Mr. Vlad for moderating everything. Let's see who else was with us. Mr. Car Guy Club. Let's see who was with us also. Who was with us? Mr. Any Name You Wish. Yes, he was here also with us. Mr. Random Project. Mr. Mr. Acid Green also, and all of you guys. Thank you so much from all of my heart. Good night to all of you. Have a crazy weekend. Have fun always. Play automation games. Stay safe, and I will see you very soon. Guys, don't forget if you love my work, if you love the channel, if you want to download my cards, the link in the description below for my Patreon page. Any subscription to my Patreon page always helps the channel to upgrade it, help me, give me more motivation on all of that. Thank you so much, my friends. I will see you very soon, and goodbye for all of you, my friends.